What if your fading memory could actually come back stronger just by changing what's on your breakfast plate? Sound impossible, right? But let me tell you about Sylvia, an 89-year-old grandmother who can still beat her 43-year-old son at crossword puzzles, remembers every birthday, and has never once walked into a room wondering why she went there. Her doctor tested her brain, and her cognitive function matched that of someone 30 years younger. And when she was asked for her secret, she didn't point to supplements, expensive therapies, or miracle pills. She smiled and said, "It's what I eat every morning." The same 4 simple foods for 12 years. These 4 foods are backed by decades of neuroscience, and every one of them can be added to your breakfast starting tomorrow, for less than the price of a cup of coffee. Stick with me until the end, because the third food on Sylvia's plate is one that most seniors have avoided for decades, all because of old, outdated myths. Yet neurologists at Harvard now say it may be one of the most powerful brain protectors ever discovered. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button to help more older adults discover these life-changing brain foods, and subscribe if you believe that growing older should mean growing wiser, not forgetful. Alright, let's begin. Brain food number 1, wild blueberries. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "Where did I put my keys again?" Or what was I just doing? That slow slip of memory might not be just aging. It could be a sign that your brain cells are being attacked silently by oxidative stress and inflammation. But here's the good news. Nature gave us a delicious defense. Wild blueberries. Not the regular ones, the wild kind. According to research from Tufts University and the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, wild blueberries contain anthocyanins, special compounds that cross the blood-brain barrier, go straight to your hippocampus, the memory center, and shield your brain cells from damage. They're not just floating around in your bloodstream. They literally take residence in your brain, protecting neurons like tiny shields. One study found that older adults who ate wild blueberries daily showed measurable improvements in memory and focus within just 12 weeks. That's right, 3 months of blueberry breakfast can make a visible difference on brain scans. Here's why that matters. Every single day, your brain is attacked by free radicals, unstable molecules that accelerate aging and rust your neurons, much like metal exposed to moisture. But anthocyanins act like a rust remover for your mind, cleaning up damage before it becomes permanent. Take Vernon, for example. At 76, he started adding half a cup of wild blueberries to his oatmeal, only because his daughter insisted. 3 months later, he noticed something remarkable. He stopped losing his keys. He could recall details of conversations from weeks earlier. His brain felt awake again. Want to try it? Here's how simple it is. 1. Add half a cup of frozen wild blueberries to your oatmeal, smoothie, or yogurt. 2. Frozen is perfectly fine. They're just as nutritious as fresh and last for months in your freezer. 3. No prep, no peeling, no sugar needed. Just scoop and eat. This tiny habit takes less than 30 seconds but delivers hours, even years of protection. Every morning you skip, it is another day your brain fights unprotected. But every morning you include, it is a day your memory gets stronger. If you're still watching and you love the idea of protecting your mind naturally, hit the like button right now. It tells YouTube to share this video with more seniors who need to hear it. Brain food number 2, walnuts. Now, let's talk about the food that literally builds your brain. Did you know your brain is almost 60% fat? But not all fats are equal. The kind of fat your brain is made of determines how well your neurons communicate and how clearly you think. That's where walnuts come in. Sometimes called the brain nut because they even look like tiny brains, walnuts are rich in DHA, a special omega-3 fatty acid that's critical for healthy brain structure and memory. Research from UCLA and the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging found that seniors who ate walnuts regularly had significantly better memory, faster information processing, and sharper focus than those who didn't. Here's why. Omega-3s keep your brain cells flexible, well-lubricated, and anti-inflammatory. Without enough, your brain cells stiffen, inflammation increases, and communication between neurons slows down. Think of it like this: a well-oiled machine runs smoothly, a dry one grinds and overheats. Walnuts are that oil for your brain. Unfortunately, most modern diets have too many omega-6 fats from processed foods and vegetable oils, and too few omega-3s. This imbalance quietly accelerates brain aging, making you more forgetful, foggy, and tired. Lorraine, a 71-year-old retiree, experienced this firsthand. She started eating 6 walnut halves every morning after reading about brain health. Within 2 months, she said her mental fog lifted. She could finally remember her grocery list. No notepad needed. Here's how you can do it too. 1. Eat 6 to 8 walnut halves every morning. 2. Add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or just eat them plain. 3. Buy them in bulk and store them in the fridge to stay fresh. No supplements needed. No expensive capsules. Just real, whole food the way nature intended. Your brain's fatty acids are depleting daily. Refill them starting tomorrow morning. The beauty of walnuts is they start working fast. Many people feel mentally clearer in just a few weeks. And the cost? Less than your daily cup of coffee. Brain food number 3, whole eggs. This next food might surprise you, because for decades, it was demonized. How many times have you heard, avoid egg yolks, they raise your cholesterol? That advice was repeated so often, it became gospel. But new science has flipped that idea completely on its head. Let's set the record straight. Egg yolks are not the enemy, they're one of your brain's best friends. Inside every yolk lies choline, an essential nutrient your brain uses to make acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter responsible for forming and retrieving memories. Research from Boston University and the Framingham Heart Study shows that seniors with higher choline intake have significantly better memory, stronger attention, and slower cognitive decline. Without enough choline, your brain literally can't make enough acetylcholine, which means new memories don't stick and old ones fade faster. Stanley, a 74-year-old veteran, followed the old low cholesterol advice for years. He ate egg whites only. When his neurologist explained that his brain needed the yolks, he reluctantly added them back. Within 2 months, he noticed a difference. He could recall phone numbers and names faster than before. Here's how you can do it safely. 1. Eat 1 to 2 whole eggs 4 to 5 times a week. 2. Scrambled, boiled, or poached, any way you like. 3. Stop throwing away the yolks. That's where the choline and brain nutrients are. Modern research shows that dietary cholesterol from eggs has minimal effect on blood cholesterol for most people. But the brain benefits are huge. Eggs are also packed with vitamin B12, selenium, and high-quality protein, all of which help your neurons repair and communicate. They're quick, affordable, and available everywhere. No fancy recipes required. Just cook and enjoy. Your brain needs choline right now to rebuild memory pathways. Don't starve it based on outdated fears. Give it what it needs, and you may feel the difference within weeks. If you've ever been told to avoid yolks, hit that like button to help spread the truth, because this myth has robbed too many older adults of the nutrients their brains crave. Brain food number 4, steel-cut oatmeal. Now that you've got protection, fat, and fuel, it's time to talk about your brain's energy source. Your brain is small, just 2% of your body weight, but it uses 20% of your body's energy. That means it needs steady fuel all day long. And that fuel is glucose. But the kind of glucose matters. Sugary cereals, white bread, and pastries cause quick spikes in blood sugar, followed by crashes that leave you foggy, tired, and forgetful. Over time, those sugar swings cause real brain damage through a process called glycation, which ages your cells and impairs focus. The solution? Steel-cut oats, the slow-burning energy your brain loves. Studies from the Mayo Clinic and Journal of Nutrition confirm that whole grains like steel-cut oats provide a steady, sustained release of glucose, preventing the highs and lows that wreck focus. They're also loaded with B vitamins, essential for neurotransmitter production, and soluble fiber, which supports gut health, now known to directly influence brain function through the gut-brain axis. In other words, your morning oats aren't just feeding your stomach, they're nourishing your mind. Maxine, 68, switched from sugary cereal to steel-cut oats after her doctor explained the blood-sugar-brain connection. Within 3 weeks, she noticed something incredible. Her mid-morning brain fog vanished. She felt focused all morning and no longer needed that extra cup of coffee. Here's how to make it easy. 1. Cook a big batch of steel-cut oats on Sunday. 2. Store it in the fridge and reheat a small bowl each morning. 3. Add your wild blueberries and chopped walnuts on top, and you've got a complete brain-boosting breakfast in under 5 minutes. It's inexpensive, filling, and one of the smartest choices you can make for your mind. Try this tomorrow. Half a cup of cooked steel-cut oats plus blueberries plus walnuts plus 1 boiled egg on the side. That's Sylvia's exact breakfast. And it's kept her sharper than people half her age. Finally, so let's recap. These 4 simple breakfast foods, wild blueberries, walnuts, whole eggs, and steel-cut oatmeal, aren't magic pills. They're science-backed nutrition that protects your brain from aging and keeps your memory strong. 1. Blueberries fight oxidative stress. 2. Walnuts rebuild your brain structure. 3. Eggs supply the choline needed for new memories. 4. Oats give your brain steady fuel all day long. Sylvia didn't rely on luck or genetics. She relied on consistency. She just kept showing up for her brain, one breakfast at a time. And you can start tomorrow morning. For less than $5, you can build a breakfast that protects your memory, sharpens your focus, and gives your mind the fuel it deserves. If this video inspired you to take charge of your brain health, hit that like button right now. It helps this message reach more seniors who want to stay sharp and independent. Tell me in the comments below, which of these 4 foods will you start adding to your breakfast tomorrow? Type 1 for blueberries, 2 for walnuts, 3 for eggs, or 4 for oats. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more real, science-backed health wisdom made for our generation. Practical tips that keep your body strong, your mind clear, and your spirit young. Because brain health isn't luck. It's choice. And it starts with what's on your plate tomorrow morning. Here's to sharper mornings, stronger memories, and a wiser you. See you in the next video.